So once again, before I was rudely interrupted, I was just talking about the supporting the community. What it does to, like, I'm from New York. We don't tie our Timbs. So what ties my Timbs is people who look like me in my community feel as if they haven't made it until until they have help or a cosign from someone in the European community. Now, I have a problem with people coming from the European community. They ride the wave of my community and then get to a certain point and jump ship, or they pretend to be one way amongst us, or they watch themselves. But as soon as somebody come in from their side of town, they flip the script. So recently in the news, at least on on YouTube, and more specifically Black YouTube, Just Pearly Things, who is a European, has been getting criticism for behavior when she had a Trump supporter / white supremacist on her show. And she got very less unbecoming, let's say, as far as kinfolk are used to. So she got real comfortable amongst her white supremacist counterpart. Now she's receiving she's receiving backlash, pun intended, for such behavior. Now where does it go? I don't know. But I do have a problem with, for the lack of a better term, Europeans coming into a predominantly Black situation and riding the wave and then jumping ship when things get tough, or jumping ship when things get good. You know what I'm saying? And, we tend to do that a lot. They come into their politicians, stars, whoever it is, whenever they need support, they come into the kinfolk community, gain support, and then maybe we're the best marketing tool, or maybe we know how to really market things. Maybe because we really spend the dollars. It's unfortunate that we don't spend it on ourselves as much as we should, or we don't circulate the dollar as much as we should in our own neighborhoods. But also too, kinfolk have to do better business, first of all, most of all. But outside of that, they tend to come in, ride the wave, and then jump ship when things get really good. So I've seen that in the past, like with, Kid Rock, Pink, and the latest one is like Moses Malone. They come into the situation, riding the wave, and then jumping ship and turning pop and going back to because I guess what it is now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you get cool points in your community when you're co-signed by kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. What I come to find in my travels is that even I have been bamboozled thinking that Europeans can be looked at as family. I have to remember it's a business. A lot of times, what I believe and what I've seen and witnessed over my years on this earth and traveling and working and work experience is that maybe it does the spirit good of a European counterpart by helping someone in the kinfolk community. But it's my experience is when it's really time to step in and really time to make a difference in a kinfolk's life, they don't step in. At least it hasn't been my experience. I kind of feel like indirectly I've been chastised for not providing service because, they say, well, we kind of treated you like family. But I know when it comes down to it, I'm not family. So I didn't proceed as if we were. And I understood that we weren't. Because I was able, like, look at my past videos. I said that I've been a fly on the wall and I've seen how these things go. I see how you treat family. You know what I'm saying? And I see how you treat me. You always will remind me of my place. So don't ever forget it. So I've never forgotten my place. But the couple of times that I thought that we were a little better than that, I brought up situations and they've gone nowhere. And speaking to people who could make it happen. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't tax deductible, it ain't happening. Even if it could be tax deductible, they still wouldn't help you. They wouldn't even put you onto the game. They would just say, sign here, and it's up to you to learn the game. And if they F you over, in other words, if they fuck you over, it's just part of learning the game. You know? Because even family, if not anything else, they will do family dirty, and they will do family dirty first. That's just what it is. So that's just basically what ties my Timbs. It's just wolves in sheep's clothing. You know, people riding a wave and then jumping ship when things get tough, or jumping ship when things get really great. You know what I mean? They don't pull back. They pretty much stop answering your calls. They indirectly send you somewhere else when they're the ones you've asked for help, or they're the ones who helped you along the way. That's what ties my Timbs, man. You know, and the community needs to help the community. Let me just say this too. As a New York born and raised guy who grew up with a lot of the hottest party promoters here in the city, and the thing that makes me sick of these party promoters that I see in the city, which in a sense are business owners, is that, you know, they go from bar to bar, lounge to lounge, and instead of pulling out, these are guys who I'm sure makes over 6 figures from their regular job, and never mind side hustling, doing travel agent stuff or event planning and this, that, and the third. They can actually pull their money together to actually buy a building, put a event space together. But they don't do that. They continually bounce around and coming up with these shitty ass deals with these European inspired establishments. It's still European owned and European inspired establishments who say yay or nay or whether this function goes down, as opposed to huddling up together, investing in each other, coming up with an entity, investing in the community, and moving on. It's insane to me. It really is insane to me. And people in my community feel like they haven't made it until someone in the European inspired community signs off on it. And it's real sickening to me. You know, that's just my view. That's what ties my Timbs, man. That's what ties my Timbs. The Europeans who should be reaching back and pulling you up because you helped them get to where they needed to go. And the black people who earned the money to take it to the next level and don't invest in themselves as a group to push it forward. So we back doing the same thing for the last 30 goddamn years. Sickening. It's your boy Brian O'Keefe. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Moving on.